Hi guys, Rhonda Baskins coming at you with another Tuesday tip. I thought since last time we spoke about what constituted a binding contract and or escrow, today I'd talk about the discharge of contract. So in a real estate transaction, what would create the cancellation or termination of a contract? The first one, in performance, that is when all parties perform. The seller sells, the buyer buys, the contract closes. That's a win-win. Everybody lives happily ever after. In a tender of performance, that is when one party is either unwilling or unable to carry out the terms of the contract. There is another called mutual rescission, and that is when both parties mutually agree to abolish the terms of the contract, putting themselves back to where they were prior to the formation of the contract. There's another called cancellation, and contracts can be terminated by a cancellation agreement where all parties are abolishing all remaining unperformed terms of the contract. There is yet another called release. In release, the person in the contract to whom the obligation is owed may release the other party from any obligation to perform the remaining terms of the contract. In listing contracts, there are two types of releases. One is conditional and the other unconditional. In a conditional release, say the seller changed his mind and no longer wants to sell the property, the agent and broker may elect to no longer market the property for sale. However, the property does remain under contract through the time in the listing contract. And in the event that the property should sell during that time, the agent would be due a commission. Then there is the unconditional release, which means exactly that. It's a complete release with no further obligation. So that leads us to the big and final, the big B, breach of contract. And a breach is a failure to perform in part or all the terms of the contract without legal excuse. But I want to be clear about something. A breach of contract does not automatically lead to the termination of the agreement, nor does it automatically initiate litigation. There's a couple types of breach. There's material and immaterial. So in a material breach, the party who has not performed is put on notice by the party harmed by the non-performance, and they may then seek appropriate remedies. Then there is an immaterial breach, which basically means neither party is really affected by the breach and they elect to move forward. So in the event that a buyer didn't get their earnest money deposit into escrow on time, you put them on notice, they put the money in, nobody's really affected, they all agree to move forward. That's an immaterial breach. So I know that's a lot, but these are contracts we're dealing with and there are legal repercussions, so be mindful of that. Next time we'll talk about the types of remedies for breach of contract. I hope that helps. If you have any further questions, feel free to give me a call. Rhonda Baskins, Coldwell Banker, Coastal Alliance, 714-335-8805. Have a great day. Bye-bye.